After a holiday Christmas break for the Florida Panthers and all NHL, we go up to Tampa, Florida to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning at Amalie Arena, where the Florida Panthers versus Tampa Bay Lightning up at Tampa, Florida. And after the win against Vegas, we need this momentum, and hopefully there's no holiday hangover. Well, there was no signs of a holiday hangover, as they have taken this one 3-2 over the Tampa Bay Lightning, and that is just a insane. Let's just say it's in the same third period for all along, but a really good game by the Florida Panthers as well. So it's Sergei Bobrovsky going up against Andres Vasilevskiy in a goalie matchup tonight, as we start with the Florida Panthers face-off win, as the first attack was coming from Kucherov, which was blocked by Montour. Stamkos was a snapshot that was saved by Bobrovsky. Then Stamkos would try a wrist shot that just went short. There was nowhere near the net at that time. Glendening with the wrist shot that just misses to the left. There were a few hits there, and it gets pretty ugly a little bit later on. William Lockwood tip in, that just misses to the left. Lockwood again would hit Hayden Fleury. A few hits there and there. It'll take away from Matthew Tkachuk. Tkachuk with the wraparound just misses to the left. Montour shot blocked by Austin Watson. And then there will be an icing a little bit after that. Off the face-off win, off the deflection score. Deflection score is Aaron Ekblad with his first goal of the season. Wrist shot assisted by Forsling and Barkov. Barkov with his 22nd assist of the year. And Gustav Forsling with his 7th assist of the year. Ekblad gets his first goal of the season. 1-0 Florida after 4 minutes. Then a little bit after that, a couple of blocks from Florida Panthers. There will be a penalty on Dmitry Kulikov for a hold against Michael Estimont, and Tampa Bay will go into a pressure on the power play. But we all know how good Florida's power play penalty kill is even against a Tampa Bay Lightning team. They will wind up killing off this penalty, as Nicholas Kucherov will try to get a slash on it. That's saved by Bobrovsky. Brayden Point will get a wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky as well. Kucherov again, that was a wrist shot saved by Bobrovsky. Lundell backhand saved by Vasilevskiy. And the penalty would be killed off by then and there. So there'll be some stuff there. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit to 9 minutes. Tkachuk tries to snapshot, that was saved by Vasilevskiy. Montour snapshot saved by Vasilevskiy. Bennett with the wrist shot saved by Vasilevskiy. So a bunch of saves already in this game by Bobrovsky and Vasilevskiy. Ekblad will try to get his second goal. That just misses high and wide to the right. Aaron Ekblad will try to get a wrist shot again. That was saved by Vasilevskiy. A little bit after that, Ulrich Larson gets blocked by his own teammate. Nick Cousins tried a snapshot that was saved by Vasilevskiy. Lundell shot blocked by Estimont. Lundell wrist shot saved by Vasilevskiy. And there will be a penalty on Barkov, which is a justifiable call, I guess. So he would trip Sorelli, and Tampa will go on another power play, as there'll be some pressure from Tampa Bay Lightning, with the Stamkos was blocked by Ekblad. Brayden Point wrist shot saved by Bobrovsky. Brandon Hagel tried to poke it in. That was saved by Bobrovsky. Estimont with the wrist shot. That was missing to the right. Sorelli tries to slash on it. That was saved by Bobrovsky. And penalty would be killed off. So Watson, after that, will try to get a shot off. That's missing to the left. We're going to skip ahead a little bit. Carter Verhaeghe, twice in a row, was blocked by Hayden Fleury and Eric Karnak. And Verhaeghe tries again. A little bit after that, that was saved by a slap shot, saved by Vasilevskiy. Arthur Ekman Larson tries a slap shot that was saved by Vasilevskiy again. And Kucherov would try to get something in, but that was blocked by Nick Cousins. Loserani with the tip in, missing to the left. And then Kucherov would try to get one, but that was also blocked by Nick Cousins. Now, that would end the first period. As we go to the second period, as Tampa win the faceoff here, and Sam Bennett with the wrist shot that was saved by Vasilevsky. Kucherov with the wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky. After that, and Hyde Fleury would try the wrist shot that was missing to the right, and I do apologize if I get that name wrong. Cirelli wins the faceoff, and there'll be a turnover. There'll be a turnover there as Barkov with the assist there, and Evan Rodriguez. And guess who it is? I mean, do I really need to say his name again? It's Rhino. Sam Reinhart with his 20th goal of the season. One of his best seasons ever. His 20th goal of the season off a filthy goal. Wrist shot there. And just like that, we lead 2-0 over the Tampa Bay Lightning. So things are going well for us. Things are going pretty well for us so far. Can we hold on? Dmitry Kulikov tries a wrist shot after that. That was saved by Vasilevsky. Nick Cousins gets blocked by Glendening. Montour gets wrist shot saved by Vasilevsky. Mikula gets blocked by Janot. A few hits there and there. Kornet gets blocked by Mikula. Kucherov twice in a row. He misses to the right and misses to the left off a slash shot and a wrist shot. Kucherov would try again, though, as he tries to hit the slash shot. That was saved by Bobrovsky. Then Nicholas Pohl tries to get a wrist shot in. That was also saved by Bobrovsky. Then a little bit after that, there'll be a Nicholas Pohl backhand. There'll be a Nicholas Pohl backhand. I'm not sure if it was him or somebody else, but Nicholas Pohl with the backhand off the odd rush. I think it was this one. What a freaking save. Basically, Bobrovsky, it was an odd-man rush. He had this going. And then a shot off. It was one-man. Glove saves off the bat. And, oh, wow. That might be one of the best saves I've seen this season from Sergei Bobrovsky. And that's one of the reasons why I'm wearing his jersey. Awesome save by Bobrovsky there, as he is just, oh my goodness, having a game of his season so far. Not much like what he did against Vegas too. Where am I? Okay, so a little bit after that, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit as Austin Watson. Imagine if I said Austin Matthews for a second. That would be embarrassing. Austin Watson with the tip in, missing to the right. He tries again with the poke. That will also be saved by Bobrovsky, and just a nice save all around. And this is why he wins start of the game as well. Esamont gets blocked by Forsling. Dehan gets blocked by Lockwood. Kucherov wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky. Esamont with the wraparound that missing to the right. Puck went to the crowd after that. Esamont again with the wrist shot. He misses wide to the left. Mikula gets blocked by Sherry. Loserain gets blocked by Perbix. Cirelli tip-in saved by Bobrovsky. Karnek, wrist shot and missing to the right. Karnek with the slash shot saved by Bobrovsky. And then we got some problems. There was contact, but with the goalie there was a problems with the goalie. With the contact, Brandon Hagel with interfering with the goaltending interference against Bobrovsky, and then Bennett, and then there will be some fighting and pushing and shoving. They both get called for penalty, and there will be a TV timeout there. As it gets set, it would wind up being a 4-on-4. It will be a 4-on-4 from this point on, and then there will be a penalty against Braden Point here as Braden Point trips Anton Lundell. That'll be Florida's first power play. It'll be a couple of seconds of a 4-on-4, which will wind up being a power play anyway. So Florida would get a power play, and of course that power play would be killed off. But during that, there would be a Reinhardt slash shot that was saved by Vasilevsky, and then a turnover odd man with Tyler Mate with a wrist shot that was also saved by Bobrovsky. And I was gonna say, another great save by Bobrovsky, but my gosh, you cannot give up that turnover like that. You just cannot do that. Calvin Tahan with the shot blocked by Barkov. Good block there for Hagee snatch shot that was saved by Vasilevsky. Sam Bennett with the slash shot that missing to the right Rickman Larson gets blocked by Eric Cornett. That would wind up killing off the penalty, as there would be a hand pass by Florida. I think it was Lomberg. There would be some complaining, like, "Hey, can we have it outside the line?" That didn't happen, as it wound up being inside the line instead. But regardless, Nick Cousins tip in, that was saved by Vasilevsky. Nick Cousins again, off the backhand, missing to the right, just almost there. Braden Point with the wrist shot saved by Bobrovsky. Barkov twice in a row off the rebound, missing to the left. And off the rebound with himself, that was saved by Vasilevsky. And we go to the third period, leading 2-0. And off the third period, Tampa wins the faceoff. Victor Hedman with the wrist shot wide to the right. And a little bit after that, of course. Of course. Do I really need to say his name? Honestly, I don't want to say his name, but I gotta do it anyway. It's Kucherov with his 24th goal of the season off the snapshot. Victor Hedman and Nick Perbix is the assist playmakers for Kucherov. Hedman with the 29th assist of the season, and Perbix with the 8th assist of the season. Kucherov with his 24th snapshot. Wow. Then a little bit, there'll be some hits, giving up these hits. There'll be some pushing and shoving, and things get really heated as Ulrich Larson hits Sorelli. That'll wind up being a roughing call if it was off the cross check. A roughing call, and really, I don't like that call at all. That's a bad call. Tampa does that a lot, and they don't get called for shit. And with that kind of call, we get called for not only a roughing, but also another roughing on Nick Cousins. Just a bad call. It could have at least be a 4-on-4, but instead it's a Tampa power play. I thought it was gonna be a 5-on-3 for a second. That would just be a total disaster. But Sorelli would get called for roughing on Nick Cousins. It just gets heated, and you know about the Sunshine State rivalry and across state rivals. You know that these teams, especially with myself, we don't like each other at all. We're not alliances. We are totally different regional teams. They have Tampa, we have South Florida. We just don't like each other. So Tampa wind up getting a power play. Things get really heated. So during this power play, Nicholas Paul will get a tip in. He's just missing to the right. Braden Point gets blocked by his own teammates. Stamkos with the slash shot that was saved by Bobrovsky. Then there will be a takeaway stolen away by Barkov, giving it to Reinhart, and they score off the wrist shot. I thought it was a backhand for a second. I clearly thought it was a backhand, but it was a wrist shot, and that would do it. That would do it for me. If it was a backhand or wrist shot, I don't care. It's a goal by Sam Reinhart. Great turnover by Barkov, assisting for the 24th time of the season, giving it to Reinhart. Reinhart scoring his second goal of the game. It's 3-1 Panthers, going back within 2. Now, after that, with this goal, that is our first shorthanded goal of the season. And not only that we got a shorthanded goal, but we clearly frustrated Tampa Bay Lightning, and the penalty would be killed off. So they got desperate. They were getting pretty desperate because our penalty kills were pretty good, and we finally got one. Now, unfortunately, one of the frustration shots were paid off. Before the block shot, or actually after the block shot by Ekblad, it's a goal by Michael Esamont, assisted by Brandon Hagel and Darren Radish. Hagel with his 19th assist of the season, and Radish with his 10th assist of the season. Esamont with his 6th goal of the season. They got back up within 1, so Florida still leads this one 3-2. They still lead within 1. Tampa clearly frustrated as it's become a tense third period for the rest of the game. Carver Hickey with the wrist shot that missing to the left. Mikola wrist shot saved by Vasilevsky. Goalie stopped the puck there as Barkov with the wrist shot of the odd man rush, and that just hit above the crossbar, almost 4-2. That could have easily been a game sealer there for that majority of the time. Steven Stamkos with the wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky. Calvert Tahan with the wrist shot that was also saved by Bobrovsky. Then after that, our Panthers turned Bobrovsky. Not Bobrovsky, a little bit after. Bobrovsky saved those pucks. Barkov with the wrist shot that was saved by Vasilevsky. Losarin shot blocked by Tahan. There's a hit there as Gustav Forsling gets blocked by his own teammate. Damn it. Lundell gets blocked by Tahan. There'll be some hits there, and there'll be an offside call. Things get heated. Barkov with the wrist shot that was saved by Vasilevsky. We're going to skip it a little bit as Ryan Lomberg, wrist shot that was saved by Vasilevsky. Lomberg again gets blocked by Radish, who has an assist earlier. Hayden Fleury with the wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky. Barkov with the backhand that hit the right post. Twice in the third period, he got robbed by a goal by a post. Radish gets a wrist shot in that was saved by Bobrovsky. Verhaeghe gets blocked by Hedman. Aaron Ekblad gets blocked by Perplix. Braden Point, wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky, and another great save by Bobrovsky. Tanner Chenot, tip in, missing to the right. There'll be a hit on Ekman Larsson as Stamkos tip in wide and left. A few hits there and there. There'll be some pushing and shoving a little bit after that. Things get really heated. And then and there'll be some hits, more hits. Reinhardt gets, Purvis gets a snatch on it that hit above the crossbar. I mean, that thing just floated over Bobrovsky, and thankfully that hit the crossbar, above the crossbar. That thing just floated. It didn't just like, woo, it like, wee, you know what I mean? So anyway, after that, Reinhardt wrist shot that was saved by Vasilevsky. There'll be some hits there and there. Tyler Monti slash shot that missing to the right. More hits, Radish, wrist shot that's saved by Bobrovsky. And then things get really, really heated. Now, Stamkos with the roughing on Ekblad and a slashing. That's a double minor as Aaron Ekblad gloves off, beat him and Stamkos beating the crap out of each other on the ice, on the ground. They both get called for a roughing. And with Stamkos, not only gets called for a roughing, but he's also get called for a slashing. That's 2 penalties on Stamkos, as one of them, as the roughing call had to be served by Austin Watson. So Florida would get on a power play like that, as things get really ugly after those penalties. Florida would get on this pressure. Sam Reinhart would try to get a snapshot on it. That was saved by Vasilevsky. Matthew Tkachuk with the tip in. That was saved by Vasilevsky again. Matthew Tkachuk again with the backhand off the rebound. That was saved. That was also saved by Vasilevsky. And as much as I dislike Vasilevsky as a player, that was some saves by Vasilevsky. I'm just saying. Montour gets blocked by Mate. Verhaeghe with the wrist shot that was also saved by Vasilevsky. Forsling slap shot that was saved by Vasilevsky. Evan Rodriguez gets blocked by Losarin. Power play would be killed off. So after that, there would be some empty net. There would be an empty net there as we were about to go for a goal, and then Cirelli trips Barkov. That's a penalty. As for the rest of the game, Florida will go on the power play. Now, what they can do, 2 things what they could do. One, they can milk this clock with the puck handling, and 75% they did just that. But during that time where they're holding the puck, Rodriguez would try to get one, but that was blocked by Kerneck. They want this 4th goal to be an insurance goal, but they didn't necessarily have to. So they went to the wall for a little bit to milk down the clock, and it worked. Now with 10 seconds left, they decided to take the shots in. Forsling's shot gets blocked by Hedman, and Rodriguez would try to get a wrist shot in. Vasilevsky would have that one, but it was already too late as Florida would win this game off a thriller, a defensive period for Florida after a goal. After 3 goals happened in the third period. 2 of them were from Tampa Bay Lightning, and that one was a shorthanded goal with Reinhardt to get up the score 3-2. As this is As Vegas one was a big win, this was also a huge win as well. And not only beat the Lightning, but we beat them in Tampa. That's huge. When you look at the team stats, Florida had more shots, Florida had more hits, Florida had more face-off wins, Florida had a better face-off percentage. They both equal the power plays. Florida with the shorthanded goal. Both of them equal out with the penalties. Both of them equal out with the penalty minutes. Tampa with the block shots. Florida with more defense takeaways. Tampa with more with the giveaways. That's just not good for Tampa, as Florida played better. Played a lot better. Stars of the game, Sergei Bobrovsky. Deserved. Sam Reinhart, 2 goals, 2 stars there. Why is Kucherov 3 stars? He has 1 goal when Barkov had 3 assists. Shame. Just shame. Just an absolute shame. That's an absolute shame to give Kucherov 1 goal. That's NHL's golden boy. Just saying. I'm just saying. Barkov should have had 3 stars with 3 assists. Just period. But anyway, guys, Bobrovsky wins this battle, as our next opponent is an even bigger test as they go back down to South Florida. Not a long trip for them, as they can just go back cross state back to the east. They got the New York Rangers. Oh gosh, New York Rangers game at Emirates Bank Arena. Now, I expect to be a lot of Rangers folks in that arena. Like tonight there was mixed with Florida Panthers and, well, mostly with Tampa Bay Lightning fans as well. For obvious reasons, but for Florida fans, they did go to this game. That arena was sold out. I expect this game to be sold out as well. This might be a really good game. And I at least hope it's a close one, because if it is, and we can keep up against the Rangers, we can keep up with anybody. Just the West Coast thing was sluggish. It was bad. But honestly, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens against the Rangers, and who knows, maybe we might shock the world with the win against the Rangers. So yeah, folks, that's going to do it for this video. If you have enjoyed this video, let's go Panthers. Hit the like button, subscribe to content as Florida runs red. And I'll see you guys then. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to content, because Miami TVG gets it back. And when he does, he'll be right there with your favorite team you deserve. This is Miami TVG signing up, folks. Good night, everybody.